We should be able to maximize our profits in the next 6 years. Following a 50% cut, there is typically a consolidation period characterized by 20% price cuts and other standard fare. Once it begins to congregate, it will eventually lose control. In all of human history, this will rank as the greatest, fastest, and most massive amassing of wealth. So that's why I'm harping on the importance of not messing this up. That's why I look at the big picture. As a result, I don't trade in this manner. Turn it off and go away. The time has come to discuss it carrying out its function. An expert's forecast for the next years in digital banking and cryptocurrency has been released by Raoul, current CEO of Real Vision and previous executive at Goldman Sachs. Investors have a once-in-a-lifetime chance, says Powell, because we are in the middle of a revolutionary age. He stresses that participation is crucial at this juncture because game-changing technologies are on the cusp of a tipping point, such as blockchain and AI. As these developments gain traction, investors may possibly benefit greatly. Powell predicts that blockchain and cryptocurrency will experience an incredible value explosion in the future. According to him, the value of all cryptocurrencies would reach an unprecedented $100 trillion between 2030 and 2034, which would be the quickest accumulation of wealth in history. Cryptocurrencies, he says, have even done better than equities and other traditional financial vehicles in the past. However unpredictable the cryptocurrency market is known to be. Liquidity on a global scale. Liquidity begins to rise in the summer. The year 2020 was a complete bust due to the pandemic, while 2016 and 2012 were excellent years for liquidity. But you know what? They all rose crypto tech. After that, you enter the autumn. The actual fireworks display usually takes place in the autumn. The money supply keeps flowing until winter arrives. The corrections or down cycles in the cryptocurrency market occur at that time. Consequently, the most enjoyable portions of the cycle are still to come. At the very end of winter, the greatest entry was clearly made. That's when I started investing in Ethereum and Solana. Before you know it, I've turned the tables on you. Because the Solana Bitcoin and Solana ETH cross charts look so compelling, I figured that if my job here is to make as much money as possible, I might as well own the thing that I think will go up the most. For the moment, though, I'm pretty much solely invested in Solana. That was my perspective then. Stay away from narratives, you'll have your own unique perspective. You can't move on from that bullshit token from 3 cycles ago, even though someone assured you it will be the next big thing. Nothing major will happen after 3 or 2 cycles. Then all you have to do is pursue financial gain. Please try not to mess things up. I'm giving you a chance. Make sure you don't mess this up. You should definitely make the most of a liquidity cycle like this one when it comes your way. The Nasdaq comes next in that line of thinking. Even if you're not into cryptocurrencies, you should know that God Tech has a great crypto summer. Throughout last year, we had long tech and it was an incredibly amazing year for tech. It will only become more chaotic. Plus, there are individuals who, and I'll get into technology at length when I explain the future of this and why you only have 6 years to escape this mess before things go really bonkers. However, the tech industry's peak season is in the autumn. When the season winds down, things really start to heat up. Post-election, that is. Just like an election cycle, this is happening now. The yellow years indicate the election years, followed by the years after the election. That is a common occurrence. As a result, funds will be pumped into the system. It will originate from various sources. I fully anticipate inquiries over this. All right, Nasdaq cryptocurrency, because you're all addicted to it. The reason you're so into cryptocurrency is because it generates more income than anything else. Okay, I see. What matters is that to maximize one's financial gain is the ultimate goal of investment. Therefore, yellow is usually a good choice for summer. However, you must understand that there have been 2 cycles where the collapse was really phenomenal. Then there was the less spectacular autumn of 2021. The cash arrived early in 2020, which is the reason. Thus, the actual outcome is unknown, but this is the expected outcome. Exponential. Age Asset Management is my hedge firm, and this is a chart from them. In order to profit from this trend, which I believe will continue until around 2032 or 2034, the asset management firm invests in the top hedge funds in the world. The market cap is currently $2.5 billion, and it will rise to $10 trillion, $15 trillion, and $100 trillion respectively. In all of human history, this will rank as the greatest, fastest, and most massive amassing of wealth. That's why I'm so adamant about not messing this up. That's why I look at the big picture. As a result, I don't trade in this manner. Turn it off and go away. Doing its work is what we're talking about here. We start at the bottom and work our way up to the highest and lowest returns. Crypto is the world's best performing asset out of the 3 seasons: spring crypto, summer macro, and fall. It will be the asset with the weakest performance next year during the autumn. Well, that's the deal. Looking at the total returns from 2011, Nasdaq has achieved 769%. I am astounded. 17% annually. The price of Bitcoin has increased by 20 million percent, or 139% per year. Ether, a 324% increase at a 146% annualist rate. In contrast, Solana has a shorter history but nevertheless managed an annualist gain of 8,300%. Such a load of nonsense. Considering that you've had 80% corrections in the middle of those returns, it's clear that even the massive corrections, no matter how awful they are just noise. Hold on for a ride that will pay off in the range of 140 to 200% annually. Solana, for example, is at 240% and dropped 94% in 2022. It's that good of an asset. An extraterrestrial asset class. I realize that many of you are still uneasy with it, and that my beliefs are strongly held on the subject, but I am unable to assist you any longer. The object of my efforts to clarify it for you? This is a gift. It's more precious than any present we've received before. And now we get to the last point. Put your bananas here. The name Banana Zone comes from the fact that in Chart A, everything looks like a banana, and in Chart B, everything goes completely haywire. After the halving and consolidation, it performs this. Is it going to be the same? What about $300,000 as a price point? Unless something incredibly unexpected happens, I have no idea, but it will be absolutely nuts. Because of this, I put in a tremendous lot of labor. Both Julian Biddle and I have written extensively on this topic, amounting to thousands of pages. Therefore, these are not only casual remarks. Liquidity would increase moving ahead. A plethora of liquidity sources exist, including rate cuts by the Federal Reserve and Treasury withdrawals from general accounts and QT, as well as the possibility of Treasury liquidity assistance to China to aid with debt deflation management. They are severely lacking in funds. Japan, whose currency has been in free fall, is in a similar situation and could use some dollars. Numerous opportunities exist. Rates will be lowered by the Europeans. Rates will be reduced in the UK. Liquidity opportunities abound. For example, the Federal Reserve may establish a special purpose vehicle to sell off banks' commercial real estate holdings. Who can say for sure? However, brace yourself, the cowbell has already begun. As a result, the banana zone is experiencing a flurry of activity as prices soar. Hopefully that clarifies my expectations for the future. Am I expecting perfection? No. Will this area experience chop for at least another month or two? May be able to. When does it end? When? I examined the preceding cycles, current year. In the third week of May, 2 of them concluded, and then they went. July of 2020 was the second. However, 2020 was peculiar due to the pandemic occurring in the midst of the year. It was a rather erratic cycle. Therefore, I am unsure it's near. And they are creating flawless wedge designs, etc. The rest appears to be fine. You can pretty much take any asset and expect it to go up during macro spring, summer, and fall. Copper has done well, therefore it will go up. Gold will go up as well. All commodities, for those of you who love commodities, will go up. As time goes on, oil will suffice. Feeling less than stellar at the moment. Stocks in the oil and mining industries will. Circular plays always do. Stocks in technology and semiconductors perform exceptionally well. Crypto, allowing you to play the fool, a charming market strategy. Nobody like attempting to overanalyze things. Almost everything you purchase will also increase in value. However, some things are more abundant than others. To me, that's the way things are.